Welcome back, guys, and today I'm going to teach you how to do the common pawn endings that everyone gets they is stuck into. And in this position, um, if it matters whose turn it is. So before doing pawn endings, I'm going to teach you one basic concept that's called opposition. This is called the opposition. Opposition is like the space between the two kings. And it matters whose turn it is. Suppose it's white's turn and white plays here, so it tell that white gets the opposition. Black cannot move here, here, neither here. You know that basic rule, right? So he has to move either here, here, like backwards or sidewards. So now it matters whose turn it is. Suppose it's black's turn. If it's if it's white's turn, it's gonna be a draw in this position. If it's black's turn, then he moves here and white moves here and controls the runway. The runway, the plane, right? The runway of the plane, it should be straight without any obstruction. And see, this whole open file for the pawn is the runway. So we have to control the runway by placing the king on the other side of the file. So now this king cannot stop this white from promoting. So the only move for white it's here. So black can play anything until the pawn reaches. Okay, at this position, what they should do is again the same thing. Now it's black's turn. Wherever he moves, we don't care. Control the runway, and black has no other move than running back. And this is called the golden position. Now the black king. Now it doesn't matter whose turn it is. White is going to win this game. Now it's black's turn. If black goes here, we can promote it to a queen. So you can see now whatever black does, he can't do anything. Now suppose it's white's turn. So the white king has to move either the way. So suppose the black king comes here following the king. So it doesn't matter. You can just advance a pawn, advance it even more, and you see now black has only one escape square to go. That's this, and we can bring our king forward, and you see there's no way to stop this pawn from getting promoted. Okay, now in position 2, I'm gonna ask you guys a question. Will white be able to promote it to a queen? The answer is yes, if it's white's turn. Suppose it's black's turn. Do you think it will be possible? No. You know why? I hope you guys must have heard the rule of square. The rule of square is like suppose the black's king is here. Okay. If the pawn has a square, like if as it advances, the square reduces. So this is the square of the pawn, and if the black king goes inside the square, the pawn will not be able to get promoted. So now if the pawn advances, king advances. You can see pawn will not be able to advance. Whatever he does, it's gonna be a queen. Now suppose it's black's turn. See, he comes inside the square. He should move diagonally actually. Now you see this pawn can be stopped, and no, it's gonna be a draw. Now my next question is, in the same position but the pawn is back, will the pawn be will the pawn be able to promote? But see, the king is inside the square. Do you think the pawn will be able to promote it? Suppose it's black's turn. No, suppose it's white's turn. I'm giving you some time. You can pause the video and think for it. If you get it, you can do double push. Now, see, you can see the square reduced. So this is an exception for the rule of square. Like 2 times for the square is reduced. Now you see the same thing happens. He's not in the square, he cannot catch the pawn. So in position 2, do you think white will be able to win? Okay, I'll tell you something. Black is inside the square. Do you think white will be able to win? My answer is no. So if you can see, the black can't advance because the pawn is obstructing here. So of course the king has to go either here or here. So if you go, this is the only good option. Otherwise, it's I can just. So now, if he advances here, he has to capture, and you see this cannot be stopped. So in rule 2, it says that suppose if there's an obstruction, you can never ever catch the pawn until like this until you're completely inside the square. In this position, I have a question to all of you. Calculate, pause the video, and see who's going to win this game. Is it going to be a draw, win for black, or win for white? If you would have thought it, it's going to be a surprise. Now it actually depends on whose move it is again here. So now if black moves, no point of giving a position. Just do double push, and the black pawn does double push. So now here we can just give a position to the king. Now you can see that white is going to win this game no matter what. So this position is a draw. Like if the pawn is in, this position is a win for white, because or a draw if black chases for this pawn. But if the pawn is always in front of the king, it's always considered as a draw if this pawn is not there. So now black will just try to advance his pawn, or he will go this side chasing for this pawn. If he chases for this pawn is gone. So this becomes a draw. In the same position, so now suppose it's again black's turn and he forwards his pawn, and even we start advancing our pawn. So in this position, he just chase for his pawn and he chase for my pawn. So this position is all at the. So that's it for today's video, and please be sure to like and subscribe and share this video too, and please be tuned for more videos from 14 more till the last.